Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to see in social subject civics, democratic politics. Lesson name is political parties. Lesson name is political parties. Yesterday in the class we have discussed about what is meant by political party and what are the functions of political parties and what are the characteristics of political parties. But today we are going to discuss about what is the concept of national party and regional party and what is the main thing and differences between political party, national party and regional party. We need to know the difference of national party and regional party. National party. National party is a party that secures at least 6% of total votes in Lok Sabha elections or assembly elections in 4 states and wins at least 4 seats in Lok Sabha is recognized as national party. For example, what I can say is, there are many national parties are there. So, a party who is getting totally 6% of total votes, either in Lok Sabha election or assembly election. Lok Sabha means there are totally how many constituencies are there in all over India? 543. How we need to remember this 543? 5. In a hand there are 5 fingers. 5. 5 less than 1 is 1. 5 less than number is 4. Less than 4 is 3. So 5, 4, 3. So there are totally 543 members in Lok Sabha. 543 constituencies in all over India for the MP, that is MP constituency. That is Lok Sabha. So at least 6% of total votes in Lok Sabha elections or assembly elections, and they need to win at least in 4 states. Like Tamil Nadu, there are different states are there in all over India. Likewise, and wins at least 4 seats in Lok Sabha in all over India, at least in among 542 constituencies, at least 4 seats they need to win in Lok Sabha. They need to have 4 MPs in Lok Sabha. Then only it is recognized as national party. Now, what are all the national parties? Indian National Congress, INC. Indian National Congress. CPI. CPI means Communist Party of India. CPIM is Communist Party of India, bracket M for Marxist. Marxist. MARXIST, Marxist. NCP. NCP is Nationalist Congress Party. Nationalist Congress Party. INC is what? Indian National Congress. BJP is Bharatiya Janata Party. BSP is what? BSP means Bahujan Samaj Party. Bahujan Samaj Party. AITC. AITC is what? All India Trinamool Congress. All India Trinamool Congress. So this is what about the national party concepts. 6% of total votes in Lok Sabha elections, and that party need to win at least 4 seats in Lok Sabha. That is considered as national party. So these are the national parties. For example, CPI in Tamil Nadu, there are 2 MPs are there. From Lok Sabha elections last year, which was held in the year 2019 May, 2 MPs are there in Tamil Nadu. CPIM 2 MPs are there. For CPIM in West Bengal, there are 2 MPs are there. So more than 4 MPs are there in CPIM. So that is considered as national party. Likewise, Indian National Congress, BJP, they are having more than nearly 40 to 50 MPs they are having. So by this perspective only, they are considered as national party. The next one is state party. State party means what? State means within the state. For example, Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, which party is there? There are many parties are there. So state party means what is the concept? They need to win 6% of total votes in assembly election. Assembly election means MLAs. MLA means what is the abbreviation? Member of Legislative Assembly. Member of Legislative Assembly. And wins at least 2 seats. That is, in Tamil Nadu, there are totally how many constituencies are there? 234 legislative constituencies are there. 234 legislative constituencies are there. So, from those 234, at least they need to win 2 constituencies. 2 MLAs needs to be there in a party. Then only it is recognized as state party. So, by this, what are all the state parties are there? DMK, AIADMK, that is both are in Tamil Nadu, Agalidal in Punjab, Shivasena, it is in Maharashtra, RJD, Rashtriya Janata Dal in Bihar, and likewise YSR Congress in Andhra Pradesh. Likewise, these parties have more than 2 seats. That is said to be as state party. State party means at least 6% of votes they need to secure in assembly elections. At least, and wins at least, they need to win at least 2 seats, 2 MLAs they needs to be there. Then only it is considered as state party. The next one is partisanship. What do you mean by about partisanship? A partisan means it is strongly recommended, that is, they would be more and more committed to a party, group, and also faction. So this is what about partisanship. So by that, as parties are about the part of the society, that is, in the society, what are all the things which they have been implemented and they are taking care. So by that only they are said as partisan is a person who is strongly committed to a party, group, or faction. This is what about partisanship. Next one, role of an opposition party. Opposition parties means what? Opposition parties means mainly they would be opposite to the government. The ruling party who will be the controller of the government. They will control the government, ruling party, but opposition party, they will face what are the problems whichever been there, they will always point out to the government. It put forward its own views in parliament or assembly. They will put their own views, and most of the opposition parties, they will criticize the government and for its failures. Mainly, they will have, by doing, they will be keeping on checks to the ruling party. Whatever, but some of the opposition parties, what they will say is, this is wrong. This implementation scheme is very wrong, and it will be get failure. Likewise, the opposition party will point out the ruling party. Whatever they will say, if some of the opposition parties, what they will do is, even though the ruling party is doing good also, they will point out any 1% wrong is there or not, and they will point to the assembly or parliament session itself. So this is what about role of an opposition party. Mainly opposition party is, it mobilizes opposition to the government. It put forward its own views in parliament and criticizes the government for its failures. By doing this, it keeps check on the ruling party. This is what about the role of an opposition party. By doing this, it keeps check on the ruling party. Next thing, three kinds of party system. There are different kinds of party system. So in that, one party system, two party system, multi-party system. So there are three kinds of party systems. One party system is, in some countries, only one party is allowed to take, that is allowed to control and run the government. That is, in some countries, only one party only will be allowed to run the government. That is, for example, in China. In China, Communist Party is ruling the government. So that is only one party, they are running the government and controlling the rules and regulations. So that is said to be as one party system. Two party system means several parties may exist, contest the elections and wins a few seats in national legislatures. That is, many parties, they will contest in the elections and whoever is got winning and they will win with a few seats in national legislatures. So they will be ruling the government. So one or two, they will rule the government. That is said to be as two-party system. And here, for example, USA and UK. Next one is multi-party system. Multi-party system is the government mainly various parties they will contest in the elections, and it would be if suppose the majority is not met, then they will join the alliance hands and then finally they will rule the government. Coalition government will be happening. That is said to be as multi-party system. That is, the government is formed by various parties coming together in a coalition. Suppose, for example, I will say one example. In India, BJP, Indian National Congress, Communist Party of India, Marxist, Bahujan Samaj Party and Aam Aadmi Party. Likewise, many parties are there. So, while they are contesting in the elections, BJP is contesting the election and the Indian National Congress is also contesting in the election. Aam Aadmi Party, DMK, ADMK and everyone are contesting in the elections. For getting the majority in Lok Sabha elections, there are totally 543 members are there in the Lok Sabha. So, how much the majority should be made? Majority should be half plus 1. That is, for example, 543 is there, divided by 2. How much? 2 2s are 4. Balance 1. 7 2s are 14. 1 2 is 2. 1. So, 271 point something plus 1. So, 272. The majority should be 272. If 272 is there, then only they said to be as majority. If there are 272 MPs in a single party, for example in a BJP, if there are more than 272 MPs are there, then they can able to form the government with a single party itself. There is no problem at all. But now at present, they are having more than 272 MPs. So BJP is ruling in India. But if suppose they are having only some 260 MPs, so if they need to form a government, extra 12 MPs they need. So while extra 12 MPs they need means they need to seek help from other parties like DMK or AADMK or Akaligal or Shiva Sena. Likewise, different states they need to get a help. So, if any other parties are saying, for example, ADMK and Shivasena from Maharashtra, Aghali from Punjab, if they are saying, okay, we will support with their coalition, we are support with the alliance. So, that is said to be as multi-party system. So, this is what about the concept. So, that is what we have mentioned. When several parties in a multi-party system join hands in the purpose of contesting elections and winning power is called an alliance or friend. So, this is what about the concept which is for multi-party system. In India, we are following this multi-party system if suppose we didn't met the majority. That's all. Remaining thing we can see it in the next class.